Hello and welcome to Q Today, our show for February the 14th to the 17th. I'm Ron Campbell and one of your hosts.
And I'm your other host for this show, Allison Duddy. We just want to remind you that our weekday show runs from Tuesday at 5 p.m. to Friday at 8 a.m. and the weekend offering from Friday at 5 p.m. until Tuesday at 8 a.m. We broadcast every day at 8 a.m., 5 p.m., and 10 p.m.
And before we get to the meat of everything, Allison, I'd like to remind the viewers that we're still accepting sponsors for the show, and you can reach us at our new email, qtoday@gmail.com. As always, thanks to the Quesnel Caribou Observer for the news stories that we use in our program today.
And also remember that we do just give the highlights, so if you want the full story, you can pick up your copy of the Caribou Observer, or you can check out their website at quesnelobserver.com. Ron, the news.
Thank you, Allison. McLease Lake traffic fatality was horrendous, to say the least. And at present, the investigation is still going on into the recent accident that took 5 precious lives. At the time the accident happened, the conditions on the road, according to the authorities, was good. The southbound Kia Sorento crossed 2 lines and crashed into a Volvo transport truck. The truck driver was uninjured but taken to Williams Lake to check him out before he was released. The family that was in the Kia were on their way to Vancouver to watch a tennis championship game that was going on there. And according to Traffic Patrol, this is the worst traffic accident that they have seen. Our prayers go out to the family members, and along with our hopes that others will take heed. And remember, it is still winter out there. Drive carefully, please. 1 witness has been identified and interviewed. However, the police are asking anyone who may have witnessed this crash or have information that may assist in the investigation to contact the RCMP or Crime Stoppers. Allison?
Yes, that was devastating. I can't imagine what those poor families are going through.
Well,
you know?
We were extremely upset for the time being before we heard all of the news, is because we had a lot of our ringette players
I heard that.
going to Kelowna for a tournament there. And there was also a hockey tournament, I believe, in and around Williams Lake. So we had a lot of teams traveling from Quesnel at the time.
And not to presume what may have happened, but you know, it just goes to show too that 2 seconds to dial in that radio or turn your head and tell the kids to stop fighting or whatever it may be, we really need to pay attention to that kind of stuff and be a lot more careful behind the wheel. I think we all take that for granted sometimes. I know I've caught myself thinking, what am I doing? You know, I'm driving here, pay attention.
Constant vigilance when you're out there.
Very much so.
It's not a pleasure toy, it's a very dangerous piece of machinery that you're driving.
For sure, for sure. So yes, definitely our best goes out to the families and friends there. Also in the news, we've got the BC Hydro Power Pioneers, that consists of more than 5,000 BC Hydro retirees and their spouses. They present an annual community service awards to deserving students around the province, and it is time for students to begin the application process for this year. So the Quesnel Power Pioneer, Ray Daggett, said that the value of the award is $1,000, with 20 students provincially receiving one of the awards. Last year, Quesnel's Chelsea McIlvreed, I hope I pronounced that correct, received one of the $1,000 awards, so that's fantastic, somebody local. And it's offered to BC residents who are attending school full-time, who are maintaining a passing grade and 18 years of under as of March 31st this year. There's an application form as well as other information such as an essay, reference letters that must be provided along with the application. If you're interested in applying, you can do so by, actually all I did, Ron, was I Googled BC Power Pioneers Community Service Award. I know that sounds like a mouthful. Maybe we'll put that on the bottom of the screen for our viewers. And it came up no problem. They had all the information on there, the application forms, the requirements. And it is also that information in the Observer article that was published, and you can check that out at www.quesnelobserver.com. So, Ron.
Allison, it's good that they have these incentives. Education is costing more and more all the time.
Yep.
And so young people can apply for these incentives and grants that are available out there.
And $1,000 is nothing to scoff at either.
No, that's for sure.
For sure.
Are you having trouble breathing lately? Well, it's not a commercial. Welcome to the club. After a day or two of watery eyes, runny nose, I have to blame the air quality here in Quesnel. The warning was issued last Thursday, and people with chronic underlying health issues should avoid roads with heavy traffic because of the dust, and stay indoors, keep windows and doors closed. That's not much of a problem during the winter. And for those of you that have a computer, please go to www.bcairquality.ca. I went in there yesterday, and it gives you all of the air quality readings, and it also shows you where the readings are taking place. And it's good information for those of you who do suffer from breathing problems, asthma, or any other allergies. Allison.
Good to know.
I'm not saying that you have all these allergies.
No, but I know you have issues around that time, and it's that dusty kind of, you'd think it was almost March or April by now, the way it's looking out there. It's crazy.
Well, today's weather out there, as you can see, the sun is shining nicely. We could be classified as Quesnel's California of the North.
It could be a golfing day if there wasn't still snow on the course,
you
right?
want to see me break down, don't you?
So also in the news, the 5th annual Quesnel Entertainer Hall of Fame is taking place this Saturday, February the 18th at the Legion Hall. This year's event features a dinner provided by the Legion ladies, which committee member Colleen Coombs said she believes is going to be a roast beef dinner with all the fixings. Sounds fantastic. There will also be a stage show, induction of the 3 recipients, and a dance to follow with the Twin Rivers Country Band providing the music that night. With more than 100 years of playing and entertaining between them, Coombs said they are very excited about this year's 3 inductees. Arlene Loxterkamp, Pat Kastrikoff, and John Nechvaladov are all well-known Quesnel musicians. The article included a brief history of all 3 of the musicians, but if you want to get the full story, as well as have a great dinner and be entertained, maybe do a little bit of dancing, make sure you get your tickets early because this one is sure to sell out. And the doors open at 6 p.m., dinner at 6:30. Tickets are $25 each, available at Circle S and at the Legion Lounge. You can also call the Legion at 992-6290 if you require any further information. And the ticket sales for the dinner are closing on February 16th at 5:30 p.m., so better snap those up.
Question, Allison.
Oh, I'll try and answer.
All of our news articles that we've had, have you realized that you've had all the food ones? The haggis, the ski trip with the specialties, and now today.
And the skiing one, remember the skiing one
yes.
too? You know what?
Why is that? You just don't want to see me drooling.
You know what? I love, maybe it's subconscious, because I think I've said before, I love to eat, I love to cook, all that. So maybe subconsciously I just gravitate towards those articles.
I'm keeping track.
I never thought of it.
Moving from food to sports, the BC Pee-wee's Tier 3 Hockey Championship is coming to town, and the tourney organizers are ready to go. The event's going to be held here March 17th to the 22nd, and we'll have 10 teams participating, along with our Quesnel Thunder. Organizers feel that having about 500 or more people here will be a positive impact on our economy, and they are still looking for volunteers with special skills. So if you're interested, would you please call 250-991-0082 or email qdmha@shaw.ca. We are looking forward to some excellent hockey and also to a very well-run tournament. So best of luck to the tournament organizers and to our Quesnel Thunder.
Yes. Also in sports, I know we've done a few stories already on a local sledge hockey defenseman for Team Canada, James Gemmell, but Percy Hebert of The Observer did a great interview with James, and there was some really neat comments in there, so we're doing another one. And even though James won the MVP and came home with the gold medal at the Four Nations Cup in Japan recently, I think that was back in January, he actually commented in the article that his highlight of the trip for him was that he laid out a hit on one of the Japanese players, and it actually required one of the trainers to come out and attend to that player. So he said that that was a real confidence booster for him in that tournament. Admitting also that he's not the best puck handler, he added, "I know my role is to play the defensive game, so I just went out and made some big hits. I made the other teams know I was there." He describes wearing the jersey with the Team Canada crest on the front and his name on the back as one of the greatest feelings in the world. And I can relate to that feeling because even putting on my provincial coat to go play at provincials is a pretty neat feeling to have that BC on your back, and feels pretty good. So.
Yes.
Also, the World Championships are still a couple of months away, but Gemmell said Team Canada knows exactly what they have to do, which is play a Canadian brand of hockey, and we all know that Canadian hockey is physical hockey, and he said if we can do that, I think we'll have good results. So, of course, always best of luck to them, the whole Canadian team, and we will be keeping you posted as we get more results on some of their tournaments.
Perhaps the Vancouver Canucks could have used them last time in the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, no
They
kidding.
needed somebody to.
Maybe this
lay
year,
out a
Ron.
few
Maybe
people.
this is their year.
I hope so. Talking about championship hockey, our Roos were in the playoffs against the William Lakes, and they lost. They were staying in there pretty good for the last little while, but lost 9-5. So they're in Williams Lake this Saturday. I don't know what time they're starting, but if you're down there, drop in and wish our Roos luck on their trip to the Koi Cup. I guess next is Ron's Rumblings. Well, last week we had Nate here, and he said I was extremely opinionated. I don't know where he got that from. However, on this outing, I'm not going to be as opinionated, but I do have some dates for council activities. February the 20th, they're going to have an in-depth review of the preliminary budget. February the 27th, though, is the public chance for input. It is that session that you should be attending. It is time that you out there got to City Council and let them know how you want your tax dollars spent. So I'm going to close with a thought for today because, as you know, when this airs on Tuesday, it's Valentine's Day. So, here's some advice. To keep your marriage or your relationship brimming with love, whenever you are wrong, admit it. Whenever you are right, keep quiet. That was said by Ogden Nash. He's an American poet who's now deceased, of course. And it's good advice because we men think we're always right.
Not you, Ron. I don't believe you. I don't believe it. Do you live by that advice? Do you heed it?
Oh, all the time.
Good for you.
Just ask my wife.
Good for you. I might have to do that. So there are some local great events coming up in the community in the next couple of weeks, and we're going to have a look right now at our community calendar.
Well, that's it for this show. You can contact us at our new email address, and I have to read it, qtoday@gmail.com. You can give us any feedback that you may have, any tips on any news that you might want us to follow up. And of course, you could also contact us if you want to sponsor a program or to volunteer. You can call Nate at 992-3650 or call the station and leave a message for John McKenzie at 992-83 63.
Remember, Q Today is produced by QMag, the Quesnel Media Access Group. And you can actually also watch us now on the internet at www.qcatv, which is run by our colleague Eddie D'Souza.
I've actually gone in there and we've got quite a few programs in there.
Great.
Well, thank you for watching. Remember, it is our purpose to get a conversation going for Quesnel by Quesnel.
Bye for now.